Okay, I'll admit I'm not the first one to figure this out. But everyone knows the Krabby Patty. It's one of the most famous patties in all, not of the world, but shows. And there's one still thing we're missing. What is the secret formula? People say it's the sauce or other ingredients. And I've seen two different theories, and now I have my own. Wait, what's this? Huh. Nope. Guess it is crab meat. But no, I don't think it's crab meat. Why? Because here's the thing. In the SpongeBob universe, we see at least two crabs that I can remember. Mr. Krabs and his mom. We don't see any other crabs. And that's kind of why people think it's crabs. But crabs don't have a lot of meat in them. And if we look at the patty, it has a bunch of meat. Let alone the patties with the deluxe Krabby Patty. And the amount they serve every day, I don't think there would be enough. Now people also suggested whale meat because there's only pearl. But the problem with that theory in my mind is, well, yeah, a whale does have a lot of food. But let's say one has if the Krusty Krab has been going for 3 years, okay, there wouldn't be enough food because people think it's just Pearl's mom. Even how big Pearl's mom is, throughout all of the years, if it's only those two whales, there's no way it could feed them. And yeah. And finally, my suggestion of what the Krabby Patty is made of. Think about it. I know I said it can't be. This is hilarious. Okay, I know I said it can't be crabs because they're so little, but that's because crabs would only go onto the beaches, so that's Goo Lagoon only. You wouldn't find a crab normally anywhere else. But shrimp is the one kind of fish that I don't see anywhere. Like, look at this. Shrimp from SpongeBob. We see this one shrimp. And this tells us how big a shrimp is. Even though, yes, Mr. Krabs is this big, the crabs we see aren't that big. So the two shrimps we see, a jumbo shrimp and this shrimp, who we don't see for that long, we know that it's basically impossible for it to be anything but these three in my mind. But the reason I think it's shrimp is like, look, this is the regular shrimp from SpongeBob. That's almost bigger than Mr. Krabs. And that's big. And there's not many shrimp around. But then, when I was thinking that it had to be the shrimp, I realized one more thing. What is the most popular fish from SpongeBob, the anchovies. At the start, we see like thousands, billions even, of anchovies crowd the Krusty Krabs. So these four must be what's in it. Whale meat, because we only see one whale. Crab meat, because there's only two crabs. Shrimp meat, because I've only seen one real shrimp, and they're pretty big. But now the anchovies. You might think it's impossible for it to be anchovies, because there's so many of them. But I'm going to just remind you, this was the start of SpongeBob. After this, we only see them there in Camp Coral, but let's be honest, no one counts that as an actual sponge one. Business anchovies, and random characters in the background. Oh no, this is an animation. So basically, what I'm thinking is, before the first episode, Mr. Krabs used crab meat. But then he ran out of enough crab meat after serving all of the anchovies. After he served the anchovies, he needed a new food source. So he went back to the anchovies. Because first, we see billions of anchovies. Next, we see these guys. Not that many. So, unless probably a billion anchovies left Bikini Bottom, or they somehow died. And that's the dark truth, or what I think the dark truth is about Mr. Krabs. His most loyal customers and the people that bought most of the crabs, his food, are the anchovies. But not only did he feed his best customers to his regular customers, he fed those customers with his own crabs. He fed them his family. And now there's a bunch of reasons I don't think it can be whale. Because, yeah, people say that there's only one whale, Pearl. But we know when Mr. Krabs started it, and only then were there two whales, Pearl's mom and Pearl. So Pearl's mom would be perfect for it if there was more than one whale there. If there was two whales at least, then I would say whale's a good suggestion. But that's why I think that it's either made out of anchovies, crabs, or shrimp.